Hello guys, how are you all doing? Welcome back to Goals Galore. Welcome to my Match Week 2 predictions for the Premier League. Match Week 1 on the opening weekend was really entertaining, really good. Two of the promoted three won their opening game. The title favourites all got off to good starts as well. It's going to be a good season. And now it's time to predict another week in the Premier League. If you want to enjoy, be sure to drop a like and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Just before we get into my predictions, to the side of me is how the prediction league is looking like after one match week. Get involved, it's not too late. It's 3 points for a bang on prediction, 1 point for a correct outcome, and I'll do the rest by adding you to it. All you need to do is let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Right, let's get into these predictions. Let's go. We begin on the Friday night with a big game for West Ham as they host Chelsea, and West Ham very disappointing on the opening day against Sunderland. I do feel like the full-time score is a bit unfair on West Ham. You know, they weren't that bad in the game. It's just they couldn't really make enough chances and convert any of them past Sunderland, who had a really good game, to be fair. And you know, I think loads of people will struggle away at the Steamer like this season, and West Ham fall in as the first victims of that. They hosted this one Chelsea, who on the opening day got a 0-0 draw with Palace, who have been in good form recently, especially in pre-season in the Cups recently as well. The FA Cup back in the last season and the Community Shield at the start of this season. They've been doing well, so that was always going to be a really tricky game. For Chelsea in this one though, they go into it as favourites, and I do think they will get the win. 2-0 away. Next up we go to Man City hosting Tottenham, and this one could be a cracker. Both sides got off to winning starts for their respective seasons. For Man City, I predict them to win 4-0 away at Wolves. That happened. For Spurs, I said they win 3-0 at home against Burnley. That also happened. So in this one, I'm hoping to get this prediction right as well. I got both of these sides right last time out. Hopefully right again this week. I've got City to win. I think this could be a really close game though, because Spurs under Thomas Frank, they're adaptable. And that's the word everyone keeps saying about Thomas Frank, adaptable. And against Man City though, they did look really good against Wolves and probably could have scored a few more. A few defensive worries. They're playing very high line, but against Spurs, I think Spurs can capitalise on that, which is why I got them to score a goal. In this one though, Man City to win, 3-1. Moving on, we go to Bournemouth, hosting Wolves. Now, Bournemouth don't actually have a great record at home against Wolves, but in this one, I'm going to see it changing. It was a really good game on the opening night of the Premier League. Bournemouth away at Liverpool. Gave them a really good game. For Wolves, they got battered at home against Man City, of course. This one, it's going to be a close game. In the first half, I think Bournemouth probably going at half-time 1-0 up. Second half, Bournemouth take the game to Wolves completely and get a few more goals. 3-0 Bournemouth, full-time result here. Next up, we go to Brentford hosting Aston Villa. Now, for Aston Villa, it was a 0-0 draw with 10 men at home against Newcastle on the opening day. For Brentford, they lost 3-1 against Forest, 3-0 down at half-time. Wasn't looking good at all. They got that penalty to get a consolation goal, but it was nothing more than that. In this one, though, I can see Brentford losing again and Villa getting their first win of the season. 3-0 away at the G-Tech. Moving on, we go to Burnley hosting Sunderland. It's a battle of the two promoted clubs that come up last season out of the three up to the Premier League, of course. Burnley, in the home fixture against Sunderland last season, it was a 0-0 draw. Trafford for Burnley saved 2 penalties in that game as well. This time it's a completely different game because Sunderland have invested so much and they're probably the stronger of the two sides. For Burnley though, they have still got some decent players in there. It wasn't as bad a performance as the scoreline reflects from the opening day defeat. But for Sunderland, they'll be buzzing. They were really good on the opening night. On the opening day, sorry. And in this one, I think Sunderland get a win. 2-0 away at Burnley. It's a massive game though. If Burnley do want to survive, they've got to be looking at this for 3 points. But so does Sunderland. Big game. 2-0 Sunderland, my prediction. Up next, we go to the 5:30 game on Saturday. It's Arsenal hosting Leeds United. Now, it's two sides who got wins, 1-0 wins on the opening weekend. Of course, Arsenal away at Man United and got the job done. Wasn't their best performance, Arsenal, but of course, good teams don't play well and still get wins and results. And that's what Arsenal did there. The rumours we signing Eberechi Eze, what a signing that's going to be for them as well. As for Leeds, very good in the opening night, but I can't decide if it was Leeds really good or if it was Everton really poor. In the middle. Leeds, they were really good until that final third where they just struggled really to get attempts on Pickford's goal and really test the keeper. In this one, I think Arsenal have too much for them. I think Leeds will still give them a really good game, but no goal threat. We'll have to wait and see. But for me, I do think Arsenal keep another clean sheet. Arsenal 2, Leeds 0. Moving on, we go to Crystal Palace, hosting Nottingham Forest. This will be a very interesting game, of course, considering the European situation with both of these sides as well. Forest getting in ahead at the Europa League instead of being in the conference where Palace now are because of everything that happened off the pitch. This will be a great game though. Palace 0-0 against Chelsea last time. They should have, that free kick should have stood. I know the rules are the rules, but really it's rodeo football. It was a great free kick from Eze, and he might be at Arsenal come this weekend as well. In this one against Forest, who got a big win on the opening day, I think it ends as a 1-1 draw here at Selhurst Park. Really good game, but I don't see a winner here. As we go to Everton, it's the first game in a new stadium, and they host Brighton for this one. And Everton, they couldn't come into it in worse circumstances. They just lost 1-0 away at Leeds, and it was never a penalty in that one. No way was that a pen. Everton know they're going to hope to refresh from that game, and at home they need to be good this season, and it's a new chapter for the club. They've got to start it off with a win here against Brighton. Brighton, tricky customers. They got a 1-1 draw against Fulham on the opening day. In this one, you've got to back Everton for the new stadium, new win. To be honest, I'm not too confident in backing it. I do see Brighton winning this one, but because of the new buzz around Everton with a stadium, feel-good factor, David Moyes to deliver 2-1 Everton here at home. Next up, we go to Fulham at Craven Cottage, hosting Manchester United, and it's two sides who put good displays out at the weekend. For Fulham, of course, they equalised last minute with Muniz to get a point away at the Amex. Very good result there. And for Man United, they were actually probably on par with Arsenal, who went on their best day at Old Trafford, but still really good game that one. Man United, just that final shot, end product wasn't there, but the build-up, the play was really, really good from Man United. And this year, I think they will be back with a better season than last year. It can't get quite worse than last year, can it? So, has to improve, and it has seemingly from the opening day improved for Manchester United. In this one, though, I'm backing them for a win away at Fulham. A tricky game, this one, but I have got Fulham 1, Man United 3. And the final game of the match week is Newcastle hosting Liverpool. This is a big game for both sides, and Alexander Isak's name, you know, just surrounds this fixture, doesn't it? Because Newcastle, he's not going to play for them again. He's released a statement that promises have been broken, etc, etc. He wants to move to Liverpool, who on the opening night put 4 past Bournemouth, conceded 2 defensively. Konate and Van Dijk weren't great. Kirkes as well. He looked very raw and just rushing into everything. But going forward, Wirtz looked good. Ekitike looked very good as well. And it's exciting. But not much went through Salah on the opening night. I know he scored. He had a really good chance in the first half, a few minutes in. But he's not getting involved in the games as much as he was last season as well, even in the Community Shield. Whether that changes, we'll have to wait and see. Against Newcastle, who got a 0-0 draw away at 10 men, Aston Villa last time, still a good result. And Newcastle have done some good business. Alanga in there is a nice signing. Ramsdale between the sticks as well. Some really good players there for Newcastle. In this one, though, Liverpool, I do think they get the win here, 3-1 away at St James's Park. Well then, guys, there are my predictions for match week 2 of the Premier League this week. Be sure to let me know yours in the comment section down below. And just before you leave us, be sure to drop a like on the video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you in the next one very soon, guys. Take care. Stay safe. Goodbye.